It's just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it. Now, Kennedy's interesting because it's so many years ago.
You know, I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah.
The streets are buzzing with rumors that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are about to name drop everyone who attended Diddy's wild parties. According to reports, the feds allegedly have their hands on a list that includes some of Hollywood's biggest names, reportedly coming from Trump and Musk themselves. Ever since Diddy's shocking arrest, the entire Hollywood scene has been scrambling to distance themselves from the chaos. Diddy's accused of hosting some of the most outrageous parties imaginable, events where boundaries were shattered and rumors swirl about little people dressed as Harajuku Barbies being present. These weren't just ordinary gatherings, they were exclusive, over-the-top indulgences for Hollywood's elite, where there were no limits to substances and swapping partners was the norm. Even those who would never engage in reckless behavior found themselves drawn into this chaos. Allegedly, some were even recorded, and the FBI has confiscated hours of footage and devices containing these clips.
Tania Wallace, who claims she's been at a freak-off and said she saw children, and it was hard for her to say it.
It was very hard for her to say it, Ashley.
Now that Diddy's locked up and awaiting trial, a wave of panic is sweeping through the industry. Celebrities are scrambling to clean their names, acting like they've never heard of Diddy, and even taking vacations in foreign countries to lay low. Ever since this whole Diddy saga began, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube have been buzzing with talk of this so-called list of partygoers. While the list itself hasn't been confirmed, that could change soon now that Donald Trump has been elected president and Elon Musk is working alongside him. Out of all the powerful people involved, both Trump and Musk have been pretty vocal about the Diddy situation, and it looks like we might finally find out who's on the list. One of the most shocking names speculated to be included is Mariah Carey, a name many didn't expect, but given her long history with Diddy, it's possible. She's been seen at numerous events, including his 35th birthday party in 2004, where she famously wore a wedding dress, and his 2007 white party. To make matters worse, during a 2014 New Year's Eve bash in Florida, Mariah was spotted alongside Drake and Kelly Rowland, where Diddy allegedly changed into silk pajamas mid-party. Yet, ever since Diddy's arrest, Mariah has remained silent.
Again, 35 birthday swats for P. Diddy.
It feels great.
Yeah?
It feels great.
Paris Mariah and his famous pals help him celebrate.
And it's sad. It's sad that we're still playing games at this point. And as a woman, yeah, I've been in situations where I'm looking at stuff now going, oh my God, this happened to me, that happened to me. I totally relate to this woman's experience, but I didn't know that I just went along with things. I didn't necessarily go along with it.
Paris Hilton, the queen of 2000s party culture, was a regular at Diddy's events. She didn't just attend, she lived for these moments. Paris was often snapped with Nicole Richie at his 35th birthday party and posed alongside a then-unknown Kim Kardashian during his 2006 white party in St. Tropez. And here's the kicker, she even called Puffy's 50th birthday the sickest party she'd ever been to during an interview with Ellen DeGeneres. But now, with Diddy's freak-off allegations out in the open, Paris has kept her lips sealed. The question is, what exactly did Paris Hilton see at these parties that she doesn't want to talk about?
Paris, how did you become one of the top 5 DJs? So Paris, can you tell us a little bit about how you became one of the top 5 DJs?
I thought you were taking a picture. Is this an interview?
Speaking of Kim Kardashian, she and her family were frequent guests at Diddy's exclusive gatherings. Kim, along with her sisters Khloe and Kylie, attended his legendary 50th birthday bash, which was known for being one of the wildest events in Hollywood. The Kardashian-Jenner clan, a family that has been at the center of Hollywood drama for years, has long had ties to Diddy's social circle. Their presence at his parties has raised many eyebrows, especially now that Diddy's alleged scandalous lifestyle is under the spotlight.
Doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time.
I want to be Clay when I grow up, Court. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were naked. You would have loved.
Also, don't why all find it weird how, just 24 hours before Diddy's house got raided, Kim quietly unfollowed him on Instagram? But that's not even the craziest part. There's been chatter that Diddy may have been using Kim Kardashian to lure the rich and powerful into these freak-off parties. And it doesn't stop there. Apparently, when Diddy needed to pay people off, some believe he did it through the Kardashian church in California. A woman on TikTok, who goes by the name BB the Songwriter, posted an explosive video about Kim and Diddy's shady relationship. Kris Jenner runs a church called the California Community Church, where all members are required to pay a $1,000 monthly membership fee and donate over 10% of their earnings to the church as tithes. Initially, people thought this was just a tax write-off scheme orchestrated by Kris, but it turns out it went deeper than that. It's been revealed that Lou Taylor, the owner of the popular Hollywood management company TriStar, which also happens to manage Diddy, is a board member of this shady church. Allegedly, they've been receiving payments from Diddy to pay off people, further deepening the mystery surrounding Diddy's actions and his connections with the Kardashian family.
24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, a whole husband, and they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all, hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. The Kardashians is linked to this lady because, mind you, there was no public connections until 2019 with the Kardashian family. Then all of a sudden, they was named in filings in the KKW Beauty fragrance for Kim Kardashian. Also Kylie Cosmetics and Kendall Jenner Inc. This was all linked to TriStar, okay? And it also continues to today. Now, in February 2024, this TriStar lady, I can't think of her name. Y'all know I just said her name. She helped Kim secure $70.4 million mansion. Not only that, she also helped secure a $48.7 million loan through a trust associated with TriStar, the company that this lady had. Child, this is getting deep. I'm sorry, Kim Boo Boo. So, baby, while y'all looking at pictures of who at the party, and that is why the mama make them tithe, not y'all tithing, not y'all even tithing the 10% back to the church that her and the husband own, talking about some pay a tithe now. Are y'all crazy?
Just like Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian, Lindsay Lohan's presence at Diddy's private yacht gatherings in Cannes and his infamous 2009 white party isn't surprising, given her party girl reputation at the time. But it's Leonardo DiCaprio's name that's really raising eyebrows. Although his team denies any connection to Diddy's alleged freak-offs, photos and videos from various Diddy parties paint a different picture. DiCaprio was even spotted dancing at Diddy's 50th birthday bash, raising further speculation. So the question remains, was Leo just an innocent bystander? Or does he have more to worry about when it comes to his connection with Diddy's wild parties?
Who's the best host in the world?
I am.
10 more. We'll be here all day and night.
Ashton Kutcher's connection to Diddy is also raising eyebrows and adds another layer of intrigue to this whole situation. While Ashton has kept a relatively low profile in terms of his association with Diddy, Diddy and Ashton Kutcher have been friends since the 1990s, often seen together at events and parties. However, recent controversies surrounding Diddy have led Ashton to seemingly distance himself from the music mogul. Diddy is reportedly under investigation for serious allegations, causing speculation about the nature of their friendship. Questions have arisen about whether Ashton was aware of the circumstances or if he may have unknowingly been associated with questionable activities. Adding to the speculation, footage has emerged showing Ashton at Diddy's parties, raising concerns about the company he kept during that time. While the extent of Ashton's involvement remains unclear, the situation has certainly cast a shadow over their long-standing friendship.
FBI raids where I've seen things that no person should ever see. I've seen video content of a child that's the same age as mine being raped by an American man that was a sex tourist in Cambodia. And this child was so conditioned by her environment that she thought she was engaging in play. But the right to pursue happiness for so many is stripped away. It's raped. It's abused. It's taken by force, fraud, or coercion. It is sold for the momentary.
For years, Ashton Kutcher has worked to present himself as a strong advocate for children, even collaborating with the FBI as the chairman of Thorn, an organization dedicated to combating exploitation. However, a closer examination of his past reveals a more complicated and concerning narrative. From his association with convicted felon Danny Masterson to controversial remarks about Mila Kunis during her teenage years, Ashton's carefully curated public image begins to falter. These revelations cast doubt on the persona he has built, exposing unsettling aspects of his history that challenge the perception of him as a champion for justice. In an interview, Ashton Kutcher recounted a story with his co-star where Danny Masterson challenged him to a daring bet. Ashton explained that Danny bet him $20 to take part in a questionable prank, to which Ashton eagerly agreed. Reflecting on the incident, Ashton mentioned that the situation escalated when the police became involved, leading to his arrest. He admitted to participating but clarified certain details, making light of the events in the conversation. The exchange, though shared humorously, highlighted a carefree attitude during that period of his life, shedding light on some of the missteps of his younger years. Recent reports suggest that Ashton Kutcher is planning to move to Europe, allegedly to avoid a subpoena that could require him to testify in ongoing investigations involving Diddy. This move comes amid growing scrutiny over Ashton and his wife Mila Kunis, who previously faced backlash for their public support of Danny Masterson during his legal troubles. The timing of these developments coinciding with the raid on Diddy's residence has raised eyebrows, with many questioning whether these events are purely coincidental or part of a larger narrative involving the couple. As we delve deeper into the connection between Diddy and Ashton Kutcher, evidence continues to emerge that could implicate Kutcher in the alleged illegal activities at Diddy's parties. Leaked tapes have surfaced, purportedly showing celebrities, including Kevin Hart and Usher, attending these events. Rumors suggest that Ashton may be preparing to testify against Diddy in exchange for immunity. Allegations of disturbing content captured on these tapes, reportedly handed over to the FBI by Courtney Burgess and Harvey Levin from TMZ, add to the mounting tension. The question remains, is Ashton preparing to cooperate because he knows the FBI might have incriminating evidence against him? Gene Deal, a former close associate of Diddy, has made intriguing statements suggesting that Diddy might possess sensitive information about influential individuals, information that could shift the focus away from him. According to Gene, Diddy has the capability to share such details if the authorities show interest. He specifically mentioned Ashton Kutcher as someone who shared a close relationship with Diddy at one point. Gene emphasized their connection, recalling instances when the three of them, Diddy, Ashton, and himself, spent time together, highlighting the once close bond between Diddy and Kutcher. This revelation adds yet another layer of complexity to the ongoing investigation. Ashton Kutcher has reportedly been linked to an ongoing federal case where significant evidence and testimonies have already been brought before a grand jury. Due to the sensitive nature of the allegations against Diddy, the proceedings are being held in a closed courtroom. Among the evidence presented are alleged tapes implicating nearly a dozen A-list celebrities. Ashton Kutcher is said to be one of the individuals expected to be called to testify, further fueling speculation about his potential involvement and knowledge of the events under investigation. Allegations have surfaced suggesting that Diddy, along with other celebrities, engaged in disturbing activities, which were reportedly filmed for later use as potential blackmail material. These claims imply that Diddy may have used the footage to exert control or influence over others in the industry. While these details remain unverified, they add to the growing controversy surrounding Diddy's alleged involvement in illegal activities. During a discussion on the news, questions were raised about the nature of the relationships and activities involving the 8 celebrities allegedly filmed at Diddy's gatherings. The conversation turned to the age of those involved, with it being suggested that 2 of the male celebrities might have been underage or close to it. Additionally, speculation arose about whether any of the celebrities involved appeared intoxicated or under the influence during the incidents. While the details remain unclear, the discussion emphasized that much of this information is based on speculation and cannot be definitively confirmed.
Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized,
Yeah,
meaning
victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
As the federal case against Diddy continues to unfold behind closed doors, nearly 36 civil lawsuits are reportedly in the works. Even if Diddy's co-conspirators aren't directly named in the criminal proceedings, they may not escape the civil cases. The attorney handling many of these lawsuits has stated that they plan to name everyone involved in the alleged abuse, suggesting that those connected to the situation, including potentially high-profile figures, could soon face legal accountability.
Tend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it, without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names, and you might imagine in situations like this.
In an interview with Piers Morgan Uncensored, Tony Busby discussed the potential legal actions stemming from the ongoing allegations. He expressed how painful and troubling the claims were, acknowledging that if they were true, individuals involved in the activities should not have been in those rooms or participating. Busby confirmed that lawsuits are in the works, although they might not initially target high-profile names. He emphasized the importance of conducting thorough due diligence before filing lawsuits, as public filings in the U.S. are accessible, and naming individuals in such cases often attracts media attention. Busby stressed the need for careful preparation to ensure accuracy before pursuing legal action.
Victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated. We want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case, because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public. And when you name somebody in a lawsuit, the press is going to pick it up, and we're aware of that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's, and I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits.
According to Gene Deal, the civil lawsuits filed against Diddy played a significant role in prompting the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York to begin his investigation into the mogul. This development marks a crucial step in the legal proceedings, as the investigation is now gaining momentum, potentially linking the civil cases to broader criminal inquiries. Deal's comments suggest that the civil lawsuits are having a direct impact on the legal actions unfolding against Diddy. MSNBC News explained that the situation surrounding Diddy involves allegations of racketeering, with claims that he manipulated people, including Cassie, for his own benefit. He allegedly used her in both business and personal contexts, keeping her at his beck and call, which is described as deeply exploitative and damaging to her spirit. The report also delves into the impact on Cassie's potential career as an artist. Furthermore, it suggested that when Kim Porter passed away, Diddy was so emotionally distracted and devastated that Cassie was left to deal with the fallout from his actions, a subject that will be explored further in a story set to be released later in the week.
Podcast. Tori, my friend, talk about more that you learned about what led to Diddy's downfall.
Well, Cassie was recording an album for about 10 years. She made a ton of songs, she made collabs, she had producers. She thought she was actually working on an album. That was ultimately a giant pacifier to keep her happy while Diddy was actually using her for other things, right? For the freak-offs that we're talking about. The album never had a release date. It was never really going to come out. He was just using her for that purpose. So that's part of where you get into racketeering, that there's all these people that he's using in a business context to have her at his beck and call in this other nighttime context. And it's really disgusting, and he really robs her of her spirit and her time that she could have used to become a great artist.
As this complex and troubling case continues to unfold, it raises serious questions about power, manipulation, and the impact of celebrity culture on those involved. With investigations, civil lawsuits, and testimonies shedding light on these dark allegations, the road ahead will undoubtedly reveal more about the extent of Diddy's actions and the consequences for everyone involved. Stay tuned as more updates emerge and as justice seeks to hold accountable those who have exploited their positions of influence.